Hello, this is Dean Phoenix, just with a quick video of my battle with Dark Anima. The first time I actually fought her a couple of times. This is the one to show you at the lowest stats that I would personally prefer, which is 85 luck. So this is with 85 luck. I don't like using 35 because I just think for the time that it takes to farm those extra spheres, fortune spheres, using the optimum method, you're better off going with 85 luck. So this is with 85 luck and no magic, and the team that you're using is Riku, Waka and Tidus. So the main things that you need to consider for this fight is that you need one person with ribbon and your other characters must have stone proof, and that is because Anima's regular attack does not do a lot of damage, but Dark Anima's regular attack will shatter and petrify and shatter a character always. Now, the reason that you need at least one character with ribbon, and here Riku has it, is for that reason. Mega Graviton is a normal attack for Dark Anima, so she can use that on any given turn. She has an equal chance of using her regular attack, so she has Pain, Mega Graviton and her attack. Like I say, the attack will petrify and shatter a character, which is why you need stone proof on all your characters. And Mega Graviton inflicts a ton of statuses, as you can see there. So one character needs to have ribbon so that they are still able to either use the item remedy or to quick pocket a remedy if you have the spare magic points. It's actually also useful to have a good stock of healing waters, so you can use those to heal your 9,999 HP on any given turn. Yeah, it can be worth using the attack reels as long as you don't stuff it up like I did there. The 12 hit version of attack reels will do a little more than a couple of quick hits, although quick hit 2 and attack reels is rank 4, so it's not much of a difference. You can use attack reels if you want, but it's no problem if you actually just use quick hit instead as well. For the armors, we've got auto haste, auto phoenix, ribbon and auto protect for Riku, and the others have auto phoenix, auto haste, auto protect and stone proof, as I mentioned earlier, and that's important because auto phoenix will keep your characters alive. Now the other thing to take into consideration is if you have raised Yuna stats so that she has high agility or not. My Yuna does not have high agility, which makes it difficult because you need to use her to block Dark Anima's attack for her overdrive, which you're about to see in a minute. So when her overdrive gauge is full, you need to block that with an Aeon. And the problem is that when you're doing that, it can leave Yuna in the battle after the Aeon has been knocked out. So basically, you'll see here Yuna has quite low stats, and so do the Aeons. They're not going to survive Oblivion anyway from Dark Anima, so they are just there to take the hit. And the reason that you don't want to just use auto life is because the only way to use auto life with all your characters is to use Riku's mix with Hyper Mighty G, which will put auto life on all 3 characters. But that is a rank 6 action, which means that it will put a large delay on Riku's next turn. And then when Oblivion hits, Dark Anima's Oblivion will take all of your HP and MP, but it also causes large delay after that to your characters. So even if you were to have all 3 characters with auto life, it's difficult to survive afterwards. So every time that Dark Anima has overdrive and she's going to use Oblivion on the next turn, you have to get Yuna in and make sure that you use an Aeon to take that hit instead. Like I say, the problem with that is that if you haven't raised Yuna stats, if you're just raising the bare minimum, which in this fight is what I had here with just Riku, Waka and Tidus' stats being raised, it will leave Yuna in and she will be a slow character. So it's better if she has a stone haste, SOS haste armor, or stone proof auto haste armor, or stone proof SOS haste, something like that. Basically, if not, you need to cast haste on Yuna so that she can get out, and it basically depends on what attack is going to be used by Dark Anima, which of her random attacks she's going to use. So you see here that you also want to make sure you've got as much health as possible, just on the off chance that she uses Mega Graviton, because she does have an equal chance of using those attacks. Now Pain is an instant death attack, and it will always cause death even through death proof or anything like that. So just bear that in mind. It's not so bad because you have Auto Phoenix. You can get a character to revive your other character instead, so that's fine. So you see there we casted haste on Yuna, got her when it came to her next turn after using the Aeon to shield. she was able to switch out for Waka. So obviously the fight will be a little easier if Yuna has either higher agility, so if you've gone through hers and maybe Riku's grid, or if you've done proper stat maxing with her, so she has high stats like everyone else, then she could have an auto haste armor and high agility, and it will make it easier for her to get the next turn and then to either tag out or to deal some damage herself if her stats are maxed. So just bear that in mind. If you want to put the time into maxing Yuna stats, that can be useful. So the rest of it is pretty simple. If you have 35 luck instead of 85, then you will need to use either aim a few times, like 5 times is the max, to be able to more comfortably hit Dark Anima, or you'll need to use Riku's an ultra null all mix. An easy way to do that is just mix 2 healing springs, and you get 40 healing springs for overkilling Kotos in the monster arena. So you need healing springs before the fight. That's the easiest way to get them. So you can see here, it's just quick hit. My characters won't miss Dark Anima because they have 85 luck, so that's fine. And then just make sure that you take the couple of turns before Dark Anima's Overdrive turns to heal up with something like a healing water or a mega elixir if you are in need of MP being restored as well. When I use the remedies with Riku after Dark Anima has used Mega Graviton, you'll notice that I use quick pockets with Riku instead of item, and that's just because she'll get the next turns quicker, and you can always restore that MP by using a Mega Elixir instead of a healing water. So again, you've got Oblivion coming up, and it's pretty much just rinse and repeat. So those are the main strategies for Dark Anima. Now these are, like I say, this is a fight with what I would consider the lowest stats that I would normally get. So you don't need magic for this fight. You can do absolutely nothing to Anima with magic anyway, Dark Anima with magic anyway. So this is a fight where having magic raised is a concern at all. It's only really useful for possibly Dark Yojimbo and Dark Major Sisters. So magic is the least important stat to max. And so for this fight I didn't have high magic at all, just was what was on the sphere grid. I did have 255 defense, 255 magic defense, 255 attack, agility over 170, and also the celestial weapons max MP 999 and max HP of 9999, as you can see, which is necessary. Dark Anima doesn't have any evasion, so you don't have to worry about having your accuracy raised. So if you have 85 luck, that's sufficient. Or if you have 35 luck and you have used the 5 aims or applied those buffs all at once with Ultra Null All. Now the problem with doing that is that whilst your characters won't die from, shouldn't die from Mega Graviton if you keep their health high enough, they will die from the Doom aspect of Mega Graviton, and they will die anytime Dark Anima uses Pain. That will kill any character regardless of whatever setup they've got, and they can be revived by Auto Phoenix or Auto Life. The problem with doing that is if you have 35 luck instead of 85, then you'll need to take more turns to actually get aim back on them there as well. So that's why I don't like using 35 luck, but you absolutely can do it. So you can see there as Riku was getting a bit low on MP and I needed to heal her, I used a Mega Elixir instead of a healing water, and that meant that now she has full MP again and she can very easily quick pockets remedies, and you can just heal those characters there. Now, I don't know if you noticed, but on the CTB bar, Tidus was asleep and he actually got his turn before Waka, so I should have healed Waka. I should have healed Tidus instead, but he lost a turn there. So just be mindful of which character has the next turn when you are using remedy on them after Mega Graviton. Now you can see here that I take a little pause because I am debating whether I should actually attack Dark Anima here or not, because if I attack her it's going to build up her overdrive, but in the end I decided it was just worth getting these extra hits, because with quick hit it won't just be the extra 2 turns, I actually ended up getting 4 extra hits in there, so worth doing, and then just sub Yuna back in to use another Aeon. So you've got 8 Aeons in total, and that should be more than enough time to take down Dark Anima like that. Now this is just going to be this particular fight. I recorded it in 2 separate parts because I record things over the Xbox just using the capture feature, so there is going to come a point where it skips out a few turns because I hadn't realised that the recording ended, so that's coming up in just a minute or 2, so just bear that in mind when we skip over a little bit of the fight. But basically this is how the fight should go. The key things that you need to remember are have one character with ribbon in whenever it is Dark Anima's turn, because say for example in this fight if I had Yuna in the fight after using an Aeon and she'd not had a chance to switch back out, and she was in with Tidus and Waka when Dark Anima got a turn, if she used Mega Graviton that would be game over, because Riku wouldn't be in with ribbon, and so all of your characters would be either dead or asleep, and then that would just be game over because you weren't able to heal before Dark Anima easily picks off your characters. So this is the bit we're just going to skip ahead a little bit. So after that Oblivion had a few more turns, and then built up Overdrive and got a few more quick hits and things, so we'll just skip ahead a little bit to the end of this fight, and this is how it plays out. So you see there, you need to make sure that when you get Riku out, she needs to be in for any turns, and that's so she can use Auto Phoenix if the other characters get killed, or also she can, or whoever your ribbon character is, it doesn't have to be Riku, but whoever has that Auto Phoenix, Auto Protect, ribbon, armor, needs to be them that's in, and they need to have enough health to survive Mega Graviton as well. You can apply Shell to halve the damage from Mega Graviton, but if you're not applying Shell, like I'm not here, then you need to make sure that the character, if they have 9,999 health, which they should do, you need to make sure that that character has the HP to be able to survive it, so they need to have at least 4,300 HP. So you see, I did get very low there, but again, it doesn't really matter because we have enough turns to be able to get hits in and to heal up in time. So again, just using quick pockets with Riku to be able to very quickly use Remedy on the other two characters, so you need to make sure you have those stock of remedies as well. And then you'll be able to use one character just to heal up. And I think this is the last time that Dark Anima gets to use Oblivion here. So again, just be mindful of the turns you've got coming up, get all your hits in and everything else, that's absolutely fine. But if you're not sure, as it's coming up, if you've got 2 turns left there, you may want to be considering using healing items or a Mega Elixir or something like that. Just make absolutely sure that you don't take any risks and keep your ribbon character with high magic points for quick pocket as an optional, but definitely keep their HP high enough to always survive Mega Graviton. So as long as you've got stone proof, the attack isn't really a problem. I don't actually recall, having watched this back now, Dark Anima actually using her regular attack, so I mean it just depends on what she's actually going to go for each time, whether she uses Pain or Mega Graviton. But as long as you've got stone proof or ribbon on all of your characters, then them getting shattered shouldn't be a problem. This is why I say that even if you haven't raised Yuna's stats, you should make sure that she has stone proof on her armor as well, preferably with SOS haste and low health going into the fight, so that she has haste automatically, or just with auto haste if you don't mind spending the extra money to bribe Makia and get auto haste for her even if she's not got those stats. That will make it a little bit easier to make sure she always has haste and stone proof, and to get her out of the fight after she has used the Aeons as shields. If you've been following my stat maxing walkthrough, you may have raised Yuna's stats because you want to raise your own Anima stats if you're raising magic anyway, and so if she has higher stats herself, so she has high agility and auto haste and or SOS haste on her stoneproof armor, it's easier to get her out, and that does make the fight a little more manageable. But basically all you need is the max defense, magic defense, strength, HP and MP, and then you need a character with that ribbon armor, and then the rest of the characters have to have stoneproof, and you should be absolutely fine. And your Dark Aeon armors should have that anyway, because several of the Dark Aeons can petrify and shatter your characters. So there she goes down, and that is the fight for Dark Anima. So interesting fight, and actually not too bad as long as you have your tactics down. So thank you for watching, and please like and subscribe and comment for anything you want to say on here. And please, like I say, like, subscribe for my other videos, and thank you for watching.